Hey, Catherine, what's going on? So what I'm going to start out with here is the squats. Before I commented that it looked like it didn't seem like you were going deep enough. And also another thing I saw was your knees bowing in as you were pressing up. So we're going to do two things to correct that and also help you with your depth. So what I've got here is a 2x4. If you have something like this, that would be great. If you have a couple weight plates that you can put your heels on, that's what we need to get done. Something to elevate your heels. So the reason for that, and of course I'll demonstrate after this. So what we're doing that for is to make more thigh and hamstring recruitment on while doing the squats. So what that's going to help you out with is if your knees aren't conditioned for the stability, especially with that, let me get in here, when you're going down, a lot of people go in right from there or out, but when we're pressing up, if you don't have enough knee stability or enough strength and endurance in the thighs or in hamstrings here, that's where we get those wobbles. And of course in the depth. For the depth, where we want to be is we want to hit parallel and of course breaking parallel. We don't want to go too far into the breaking parallel yet. That's when you can condition yourself to at least get here at a 90 degree. And also what this method helps out with is when you're pressing through the squat, especially when you get into the heavier weights, when we can hit the gym again, well, we are hitting the gym again, but is that'll help you with that press through and eliminate getting up off your heels. So while already being on the deficit is what this is called, that's going to help you with pressing, be mentally pressing through those heels. So I'm going to show this. So again, what this is helping out with is more recruitment of the vastus medius in here, thighs. So what that's going to help with is more recruitment in knees, increasing knee stability, and helping you get that squat in. All right, so here we go. All right, so again, using a 2x4, that's what I have available, and this is really one of the best things that you can either use, or if you have like 25-pound plates, which I don't think you do, but if you have something that you can elevate, like I said, the 2x4 is good. If you can get something that's solid, won't move around on you to keep yourself safe from slipping out, perfect. So 2x4, what I'm going to do is get my heels up on it so we have more plantar flexation here. And starting with a squat, please start this using body weight, and then once you get used to the movement, record yourself too. That really always helped me with my squats. Especially one time I was making a video because it was a good weight that I thought it was so cool. I was maxing out. Took the video and saw that I was not even hitting parallel. So what I thought was my personal record PR. I wasn't even hitting it because I did not hit correct depth. So recording yourself is a very good educational thing for yourself, so you can see your body movement. And of course, mirrors are always helpful too if you don't want to record yourself. But recording is a good thing, and that's something that you can go and review to check yourself on. So one of the things here is keeping that chest up, okay? And you're gonna stick your butt outwards when you're doing a squat. So I'm going to do a couple different angles for you. So first, heels on the board, chest is up, okay? And either you can put your hands out like this or out in front of you. And what that is, just to kind of give you a little more visual while you're doing it. If you don't have a mirror, you're just keeping yourself straight up. So you don't want to, you can catch yourself from leaning forward too far. Of course, going up, I don't really see that being a problem. But heels up, my hands, I'm going to cross them because don't have enough room here. So I'm going to cross my arms, sticking my butt out, but keeping my chest up. Okay, see how my back is staying flat? That's what you'd like to do. So boom, pressing through those heels. Never try to think that you're pressing through your legs, okay? Yes, these are activating, but mentally, just to keep you with that stability and keeping those heels from raising off the ground when you're not using a board to help you with this, push through your heels. Just always think that. I used to yell at a lot of people. I just yell out heels, heels, heels. And I think they hear that in their sleep nowadays. So again, pushing my butt back. I'm hitting parallel, press through the heels. Down, hit parallel, through the heels. Okay, So now I'll show that at a front angle here, okay? Heels are on the board. My feet placements are hip width apart. I'm not going outside of that. Feet are hip width apart, okay? Down, parallel, press through. If you have the issue with your knees buckling outwards or inwards, that's something that you can focus on while you're doing the movement, especially without any body weight or using any weights, I'm sorry. So catching through, watching yourself, press through, and the slower that you do the movement too will also help those knee buckling in or out from happening as well. So if you're just hitting them, boom, pressing through, boom, pressing through, that's where you're more likely to catch yourself on that. So let me just shut up for a second here, and I'll go through these in the front view. Boom, down, pressing through the heels. Okay, let's see. We'll see if this is a better side angle than that first one I was doing. So here, see that back, press through, down, press through. Now, if you are having the problem where you feel that you're arching your back and you got that little Kim Kardashian curve and butt sticking out kind of movement going on, another thing that you can help out with that, is get yourself something like a broomstick, okay? And you can go over and under with your hand grip here, put it tight to your back. Put the stick up against the back of your head and squat, okay? And then if you feel your body movement changing, let's see if I can get a good angle here. Boom, down through. If you feel that you're sticking out and you're not feeling that stick anywhere, or your head is too far forward, then you have a posture issue that needs to be corrected as well. So that's something that we could touch on when we finally get to do some one-on-ones, but utilize this video as well for that. If you have any other questions for the squat, just reach out to me after you review it and I'll get those answers to you. So next, I'd like to do the lateral raises for you, okay? Okay, so for the lateral raises here, the movements that you were doing were perfectly fine, and actually that's what that movement is shown in diagrams and some of the educational books I've had, and of course instructional videos that I've seen throughout the years, and I think even maybe one that might be pre-recorded for the Trainer Eyes app that you had used. So the little tip on that is those are okay, and the little additive to really get that lateral head moving here is to keep your wrist below your elbow as you're doing the raises. So up, and just keep that wrist downwards to the elbow. Now what that does versus you going straight out is that's still putting a lot of recruitment on the front delts. Because as our arm is sticking out, okay, that tension is coming up and activating the delts. Yes, the lateral head, your side delt, is being activated here, but once you get this turn in, that little tuck, okay, turning in, it's going to be less activating the bicep that's coming up to your clavicle as well as the front delt, less recruitment from there, and now giving more tension to the lateral head. So I'll scoot this camera back a little bit and go through a few of those movements as well, and hopefully that little tip kind of helps you, and we can increase those numbers on the weights. Thank you. Okay, so one thing that you can do that give a little extra tension and help you with the movement is coming right in center. Some people start out here and come to the side. That's fine, that's perfectly fine. Now bringing it here is forcing, as gravity's pulling, and we're closer to the medial of our body here, we're causing more tension because we're stretching the arm out a little more. So that force changes just by that slight of an angle. That's what's the beauty about bodybuilding, physiques, is that angles are everything and can make quite a difference. So, starting from the center, pull out, and again, keeping that wrist down below that elbow. Don't come out up here. Okay, that's way too high, and that's going to cause more strain in the neck muscles. We don't want that. So I'm going to do a couple angles here. Boom. And we're staying below the shoulder line to keep more tension on the deltoid. So change my angle here, here. Boom. Boom. And that's it. Just a little tweak. Okay. So arms slightly bent. Okay. About 30 degrees. And keep that wrist below the elbow. And through time, increase that weight. Even if you can get only about 4 or 5 reps with the heavier weight that you were trying with, try that. Do those first, and then go back into your lower weight and finish out at the normal repetitions that you're used to. Okay, hope these help.